Cape Henlopen is one of the most beautiful places in America. Over 5,000 acres of public protected land. I'm proud of the work that I did to preserve it. Deep in that park is a bench that carries my son's name. I go there sometimes alone, sometimes with my kids or my grandkids, sometimes with Beau's 2 children. It's amazing and peaceful and beautiful, and a great reminder of the moral obligation we have to preserve and protect this planet. You know, there is no more urgent crisis facing this nation or the world than the threat posed by climate change. We know it, we see it, in increasing frequency of extreme weather, rising sea levels, warming temperatures, shrinking snow cover and ice sheets and glaciers. NASA tells us the scientific evidence is unequivocal, and our military leaders tell us that climate change will be one of the biggest causes of instability and world conflict in the future. And yet, President Trump refuses to see it. He denies the evidence in front of his own eyes. He hides the climate science produced by his own administration and is actively working to roll back what progress we've already made. We don't have any time to waste. I'm proposing a climate plan that's as big as the challenge we face. It's honest, scientifically based, with aggressive national goals and international leadership from us. It addresses both the threat and the opportunity posed by climate change. I call my plan a clean energy revolution. It has 3 parts. First, meeting the challenge of a warming planet. Second, seizing the opportunity to create new technologies and millions of new good-paying jobs. And third, leading the world, because this is a worldwide problem, not just an American problem. First, meeting the challenge. As president, I will use every authority available to me. I will accept no half measures, and I will make it clear in this election that if you vote for me, you're voting for a mandate for Congress to pass my climate plan. Quite frankly, we need to put the fear of God into Congress that they will lose their seats if they do not act. Overall, my plan invests $1.7 trillion in securing our future so that by 2050, the United States will be 100% clean energy generated economy with net zero emission. I will start on day 1 when I reissue every executive order in the Obama-Biden administration that has been reversed by President Trump. Second, seizing the opportunity. The old belief that you can't create a clean energy future and create jobs is just that. It's old. It's not true. We can, but we have to get moving. Right now, China is investing $3 for every $1 we're investing in renewable energy. That's giving China an edge on technologies of tomorrow, and Trump doesn't even see that. My plan will put the United States back in the driver's seat, making the largest ever investment in energy and climate research and innovation that's ever occurred. That will make America the world's leader in clean energy by the year 2025. We can have manufacturing revolution right here in America with clean energy. Just think about it. If Arizona is going to lead the world in solar, those panels should be made in Pittsburgh and Detroit, not Beijing. You know, we're not going to forget the workers either. The workers who, through dangerous and backbreaking labor, powered our industrial rise and fueled America's prosperity through the 20th century. And we're going to hold polluters accountable. The worst environmental burdens have fallen heaviest along racial lines and in our poorest communities. That's going to end if I'm president, and I will direct the EPA and the Department of Justice to get back on the job. And thirdly, we have to lead the world. The United States only accounts for 15% of global carbon emissions. The rest of the world has to step up as well. I'll rejoin the Paris Climate Accord on day 1. We have to go much faster and further than that, and I will rally the world to do so. I'll repair the damage that's been done with our allies under this president. I have personal relations with nearly every world leader, and I will use those relationships to convene a climate world summit in America with the top emitters of greenhouse gases on the planet. We're going to reclaim America's global climate leadership, rallying other nations to follow our example and raise their emissions targets. For more than 3 decades, I've led in this issue. I wrote one of the first climate change bills ever introduced in the United States Senate. As Vice President, I oversaw the single largest investment in clean energy in our nation's history, over $90 billion. I fought along with President Obama to double the efficiency of our cars, which would reduce our oil consumption by 12 billion barrels, and for a clean power plant that limited carbon emissions from both existing and new power plants. As president, I will lead America and the world to not only confront the crisis in front of us, but to seize the opportunity it presents. Folks, we can do this, and we will, because we have no choice. We know we can meet this challenge. I know we can meet the moral obligation we have to our kids and our grandkids and to each other. We can deal with this problem. We just have to act. Look, folks, climate pollution is carbon pollution. It's man-made. We created the problem, and we can solve it if we act now. This is what America does best, solving big problems with big ideas. That's who we are. That's who we've been. We're the United States of America, and there's not a single thing we cannot do, and the world badly needs us to do it.